Hey, Dr. Glenn here with the Carroll Institute, and this is video number 3 in our three-legged approach to autoimmune disease. And this is the third leg of the stool that you have to have an autoimmune disease, and that is a trigger. You have to have something to set off that genetic response. And let me show you some of them right now. Now, if you'll remember back to video 1 and 2, in order to get an autoimmune response, the first thing that you have to have is a genetic predisposition, and then you have to have a leaky gut, and then you have to have an environmental trigger. And when that happens, you can get an autoimmune disease. Now, what kinds of things could be in triggers? Well, a big trigger is chronic stress, and it's like welcome to modern life. But chronic stress is very, very often one of the triggers that will create an autoimmune disease. The second is leaky gut, and this is sort of like a two-edged sword because you have to have leaky gut to have an autoimmune disease, but a leaky gut is actually a big stressor on the body, and that in itself can be a trigger. Another trigger is chemical and or food sensitivities. A lot of times food sensitivities will trigger an immune reaction through the leaky gut. Poor nutrition can be a trigger. Vaccines and medications can be triggers. Now, vaccines have gotten an awful lot of press in the last 10 to 15 years, and yes, they can trigger autoimmune diseases, and the mechanism for that is being better understood every day. Another possible trigger is an infection. So any one of these things here can trigger an immune response to the leaky gut and turn on the genetic predisposition to an autoimmune disease, and which one you get will just depend on the shape of the protein that gets across the leaky gut. But these things can be calmed down, and in a lot of cases they can be reversed if you do the right thing. Now, don't forget to get a copy of my downloadable book about autoimmune disease, and if you'd like to find out more or if you'd like to talk to me about it, please call the office and schedule to see me. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.